It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
It's Wednesday.
It is.
Wednesday.
Whoop, whoop.
May the 10th.
You were trying to throw me off. I know what you were going to do.
No, but that's a good idea.
I know. You're going to try.
It's time for the morning show. I'm Bob Recknell. This is Scooter.
Whoop, whoop.
Scott Kelly. It's Wednesday.
It is.
Hopefully the rain will lay off again. We're getting a little bit enough at night. That's what you always say. We've got a little bit at night that's keeping everything nice and fresh, but
I'll wait till you get to the forecast, see what happens.
oh, I seen the forecast, but you know what? It's supposed to do it Saturday and Sunday and Monday and Tuesday.
That. Yes.
We got a pretty heavy rain at the house yesterday.
Yeah, we did.
Which was nice.
Yes.
We planted, and that's why I'm in the shape I'm in right now. We messed in the garden on Sunday.
That's why your knee is the way it is. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
and,
go ahead.
We planted a bunch of green beans and peas. When we put them in the ground, I'm not kidding you, they were out of the ground this much. They have grown 5 inches since Sunday.
Jeez.
It's unbelievable. Hopefully, we'll have a good crop this year.
You got a big area, though.
We do.
Nice.
Yeah, we have a nice area for the garden.
For the garden.
And it's
And
finally
you and your wife love doing that. You guys like working on the garden?
Well, it's just something for us to do, and we like the freshness of the vegetables, and of course we like to supply taters and maters and things.
See, that's why we like having friends like you, and that way we reap the benefits.
There you go.
Without having to do any of the work.
Yeah,
this is great. This is awesome.
Good
this
time.
is good.
Yep. So hopefully, she's working on getting a greenhouse, so we'll be doing vegetables year round.
Really?
Yeah, she's going to get a pretty nice greenhouse.
Awesome. Do we got to build it?
No, it'll be coming in from Fort Smith area.
Really?
Mm-hmm. They're going to truck it over here.
It's like a small little greenhouse that they're just...
It's 12 by 12.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty big.
I'll be darned.
It's the size of most bedrooms.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So it'd be pretty cool. She's been saving up for it for a long time and doing other things to make sure she gets it. Got the slab ready to be done and laid out, and they'll bring it in, set it on the slab, and of course then
voila.
Do you understand the French there?
Yeah, I got that.
Then we will have to run some electricity over from the house to it, and
not a problem.
We're going to run a little bit of plumbing to it, and be ready to go.
Not a problem. Walk in the park.
Piece of cake, as they say.
Yeah, walk in the park. No problem.
Time for the morning prayer.
All right.
Morning prayer brought to you by Roller Funeral Home of Arkansas. 29 locations serve you, one in Memphis, Tennessee. With all our respect is not just their motto, it's the way they do business. With all our respect from Roller Funeral Home, the morning prayer. Lord, just thank you for the things that you do for us on a daily basis, such as the rain yesterday afternoon and the sunshine yesterday morning. Lord, we just pray that you will continue to have it rain during the evening and let it be nice during the day. And that's a selfish request, with no doubt. That's a selfish request. But Lord, we just thank you for all that you do. Lord, we've been praying for the graduating seniors from the different schools in our area as they go on to continue their lives. Things will be changing once they graduate and they go on to college. It's a whole new world for them, Lord. And we just pray that they'll keep their eyes focused on you. Lord, as our millage increase failed yesterday, we just pray that you will give the administration some wisdom and guidance on how to deal with the things that will be at hand. As the problem does not go away, it just prolongs it some. And Lord, we just pray that the powers to be in the situation they're in will seek you and seek your wisdom on how to deal with this. And Lord, we just thank you for all that you do. It's in Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Roller Funeral Home of Arkansas, Highway 5 North, just past Hospital Drive on the right-hand side of the road. Look for the biggest American flag you've probably ever seen. Pull in there, talk to them about pre-planning, cemetery plots, cemetery services, the mausoleum they have there as well. If you're not from the Mountain Home area, give them a call at 870-425-2161. Ask them where the nearest Roller Funeral Home is to you. They'll be glad to help you. Roller Funeral Home, with all our respect. And now it's time for a quick word from Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z-Team, Century 21 Lee Mack Realty. We'll be back in just a moment.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should have called the Z-Team.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for the weather, the dam reports, and the lake levels, all brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora. The Z-Team, Century 21 Lee Mack Realty, 870-405-0793 is their phone number. Retiredtoarkansas.net is their website. Go there, click on live views, and this is what you get to see. That's a great shot from Marion County, Arkansas, back into Baxter County, Arkansas. That is the beautiful White River and around the city of Cotter.
You can tell we got some rain. See how dark how brown the water?
No, I can't tell you that, Scooter.
Oh, that's right. You're colorblind.
Hello.
Yeah,
Thanks for bringing it up.
You can see on the right-hand side where it's really kind of murky water.
A little bit murky, and I can see murky.
Here, we'll switch to this real quick, and then we'll go back.
There you go.
You can kind of see the brownish. Well, you can't. Everybody else can see the brownish tint of the water.
You're digging yourself a mighty deep hole, my friend.
All right, we'll go back. Go ahead. Go with your story.
There we go. This is the city of Cotter, brought to you from Bob and Linda Zadora of the Z-Team. Over to your left is the Rainbow Bridge. Followed behind it is the old trellis bridge for the railroad tracks. Over to your right is Contractor Truss. Hello.
It's just resetting it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, usually it pops right back. There it is. It's back.
Contractor's Trust, the Railroad Museum, the Railroad Depot. There is a little bit of a railroad museum there. The baseball field with all the nice colored grass there. State of Missouri is way off in the distance. Bull Shoals will be to your left. Mountain Home will be to your right. This is the beautiful shot of the White River, brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora of the Z-Team, Century 21 Lee Mack, 870-405-0793. I'm going to read through some temperatures. Mountain Home is currently 62, Harrison 59, Batesville 66, Yellville 62, Marshall 64, Salem is 63, Mountain View 64, Calico Rock 62, West Plains, Missouri is 63, Springfield, Missouri is 61, Poplar Bluff, Missouri is 65, St. Louis, Missouri is 61. A little bit of frog down there when you get close.
Mm-hmm.
Froggy.
Not bad.
Let's take a look at the radar. As you can see, there's some rain coming up out of the Gulf of Mexico around Houston, Texas. Spans all the way out to Dallas. Gets into Louisiana, southern part of Arkansas. That's what you're thinking is going to come our direction, Scooter. I really, really hope you're wrong, because that looks like it could be plenty wet.
Yeah.
Let's zoom back into the state of Arkansas. As you can see, at 7 o'clock this morning, Pine Bluff is getting a little bit, but from Rogers to Jonesboro, Fayetteville to Blytheville, Fort Smith over to Memphis, Conway, Little Rock is clear all the way till about noon. Then south of that, Pine Bluff, Texarkana, Greenville, Mississippi, Hot Springs, they're going to get some rain around noon. And that may, by chance, just pop around us today.
Yeah, it seems to be growing as it comes across.
It is, but it's kind of going to the northwest, and that's okay with me. So we'll see what happens. Take a look at the advisories. What have we got here? That's not flash flood. That might be flood watch.
Probably flood watch, I'd imagine.
Up along the coast between Texas and Louisiana, down in the southwest portion of Arkansas. For our area, we don't have anything. Missouri, Illinois is clear. Oklahoma and Kansas is clear as well. Tennessee and Kentucky a little bit in Mississippi. 7-day forecast looks like this. Wet. No.
Yeah.
High today is 82. Thunderstorms likely. Tonight, thunderstorms are likely. Low of 63. Tomorrow, showers. High of 75. Slight chance of thunderstorms Thursday night. Low of 66. Friday is going to be high of 84. 60% chance of rain. Friday night, low of 66. Saturday, 60% chance of rain, high of 87. Rain on Saturday night, low of 66. Rain on Sunday, high of 86. Rain.
With all the rain, it should bring a little allergies down, you would think.
I don't care about the allergies.
Pollen.
You can't mow. You don't have to worry about it.
That's true.
Monday, high of 77. Tuesday, high of 76. Chance of rain both days. Not looking good for the home team. Pollen and allergies is like this. Tree pollen is high today, none tomorrow, none on Friday. Grass pollen high today, moderate tomorrow, moderate Friday. No ragweed for the next 3 days. Lake level and dam report brought to you by the Z Team. Bob and Linda Zadora, 870-405-0793. Lake Norfolk, 554.88, which is 2.88 above full pool. They are not generating at this time. I guarantee you that rain hits, they'll start generating again.
Yep.
Lake Bull Shoals, currently generating 6 with a lake level of 663.29, 4.29 above full pool of 659. That's the lake levels, dam reports, all brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team, Century 21 Lee Mack Realty. Retiredtoarkansas.net is their website. These are realtors you can recommend to your friends. I always say they're busy, but never too busy to assist you with your realty needs. You're watching the morning show on XL7-TV. We'll be back in just a little bit.
Hi, Brett, Fritz, and Paisley here at Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road. We sell Ferris zero-turn mowers that have patented coil spring suspension. Mower Warehouse has the largest selection of Ferris zero-turn mowers in stock. 0% financing available. We buy, sell, trade new and used mowers. Mower Warehouse also services all brands of mowers. We offer free delivery. Come see us for all your mower needs. That's Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road in Mountain Home, where your business is appreciated.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for community news and happenings brought to you by Mower Warehouse in Mountain Home. Highway 178 east out toward the bypass, just past Buzzard Roost Cutoff Road. You'll know you're there when you see the lawnmower in the air. Know you're there when you see the mower in the air. Isn't that a nice little jingle?
Yeah, sure.
Well, you're the jingle master. Lay it out.
I'll have to work on that.
Part sales service. They are the authorized dealer for the Ferris mowers. It's got the fancy little
springs on the front.
Springs on the front.
Yeah, smooth riding, and but they work on anything. I mean, they work on any brand, and they carry parts for most brands. So stop there first before you order online and
before you go waiting for Amazon Prime to show up or eBay to deliver through UPS. Give them a call or go by and see them at Mower Warehouse. So, for community happenings, we've got a Paul Bunyan breakfast, all you care to eat, scrambled eggs, biscuits and gravy, pancakes, sausage links, coffee and juice, all brought to your table on china with silverware, $8 for adults, $4 for children. Under 12, children under 5 eat free. It's Saturday, May the 13th from 7:30 to 10:30 at St. Peter's, the Fisherman Catholic Church at 249 Dyer Street here in Mountain Home. More information, contact Knights of Columbus or visit kofc.org. The proceeds for this month's pancake breakfast will go to portions are earmarked for St. Vincent de Paul Society. They want to let everybody know that Baxter Health Emergency Medical Services, all their teams will enjoy the meal courtesy of Knights of Columbus. How about that?
There you go.
For immediate release. How about that? Here we go. This comes from Tobias Pugsley, the Director of Marketing for Baxter Health, and Tracy Yetovich. I guess I'm butchering that. She's the Director of Marketing for Highlands Oncology. Highland Oncology and Baxter Health, the new Highland Oncology Cancer Center at Baxter Health in Mountain Home, will open to the public on Monday, May the 15th. So that's going to be talked about tomorrow, I'm sure, a little bit more. It's going to be another pancake breakfast held at American Legion at the Alleywide American Legion Post 52 at 717 Market Street. Cost is $8. 5 through 12 is $4. Kids under 4 eat free. World War II and Korean veterans will eat free as well. Military, law enforcement, and EMTs in uniform will eat free. It is pancakes, choice of fruit topping, unlimited. Biscuits and gravy, sausage, coffee, and juice. That is the 27th. Ozark Mountain Basketball Camp will be from May 31st to June 2nd, and it's girls entering kindergarten through 7th grade, all kinds of different camp levels there, Tiny Tot, Pee Wee, and elementary. The cost range from $40 to $60. Get hold of Lindsay Leonard. We'll talk some more about that on Friday. Also coming up is Kick Cancer in the Bass. That's a November event. We'll talk more about that as time gets a little bit closer. Let's see if there's any highlights.
I got one quick thing while you're looking there. This Saturday, the Food Basket's doing their Big Food Drive. So anybody who wants to donate non-perishable food items, just put it in a bag, set it out by your mailbox, and your postman will handle the rest. That's a pretty cool idea.
As it is. Yeah. I got a little card in the mail yesterday that said the postman would pick it up.
Yep.
The Mountain Home Millage did not pass for the second time in 2 years, but I'm reading here, Scooter, that there will be a runoff race between Booth and Bryant.
Really?
That's what it says.
I'll be darned. Okay.
So you have to win 50% plus one.
Gotcha.
To get it outright. So even though the way things came out, it's Stuart Rogers got 20%, Scott Booth got 37%, and Scott Bryant got 29%. So with the third person in there, nobody got 50%. So that'll be a runoff race coming up. Stacy Ferretti got the school board race down in Norfolk, which is good for her. And other than that, there's not a whole lot of stuff we need to talk about right now. So we're going to take our break, and we'll come back in just a moment. You're watching the morning show on XL7-TV. Community News and Happenings is brought to you by Mower Warehouse of Mountain Home, Highway 178 East, out toward the bypass. Look for the mower in the air, and you know you're there.
There you go. There's your slogan.
There we go. We'll be back in just a moment.
You ever notice every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
All you've ever wanted was a place to write your story. You hear it's not the right time to buy or sell a house, but really, the best time is when it's right for you. The real estate markets, they change, they go up, they go down. One thing that doesn't change is where you want to be in your life. The professionals you team up with will make your story happen. The Z Team are the professionals you need to hire for your next chapter. So call the Z Team at 870-405-0793, Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East, retiredtoarkansas.net.
Are you looking for the best barbecue in 2 states?
Holy smokes!
Want the meatiest fall-off-the-bone ribs?
Holy smokes!
The most tender and delicious pulled pork?
Holy smokes!
The tastiest brisket in the Ozarks?
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering is the only place you need to go. Dine in, carry out, and the best food for your next catered event.
Holy smokes!
We're your mountain home for great barbecue cooking.
Holy smokes!
A higher calling for your taste buds.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. This morning, my guest is from the Little Bomb Squad, Lego Robotics, Christy Davis. Chrissy or Christy?
Chrissy.
Chrissy Davis. She's the instructor from the high school. Olivia Martin is the mentor.
Yes, sir.
What's a mentor?
So I started the team this year. I've been mentoring under Miss Davis for a long time, and she kind of taught me what to do, how to teach the kids. I kind of sit down with them. We have 2 other high school mentors that mentor under me as well, and we basically just make sure like they're doing what they're supposed to, they're not getting into trouble. We also teach them how to program, build their robot, and then also work on their project and just work together as a team.
Chrissy, what is it little or little? L-I-L?
We accept either.
Either?
Officially, it's L-I-L.
Okay.
So I'm from Pinkston.
Okay.
I'm a teacher at the middle school. And we started Pinkston Robotics. And so what she was talking about is like our sustainability program. COVID hit first hard, and we lost a lot of teams. And so back 10 years ago, I think Mountain Home had 7 or 8 first Lego teams.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're down to our 2. And so by training up these high schoolers and equipping them, they're able to take on their own teams and hopefully multiply.
Mm-hmm. What is the purpose of this?
Oh, so many things. Like, people think that we play with Legos. They think that we program a robot, and we do. But there's also a project component. So the kids are given a theme. This year it's renewable energy. They have to research the theme, find a problem within it, and a viable solution. And then hopefully try to market it and, share it with others. So they're learning research, how to talk to different people, how to convey ideas, how to take constructive criticism. And then we have core values, which teaches them how to work as a team, how to be good competitors. For example, we take 3 or 4 chargers and hundreds of parts just in case someone breaks something or forgets something. We want to help people. We want them to be their best. First very much celebrates what they call like gracious professionalism. And it's just that everybody is at their top. We don't want to stomp on anybody to win.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Olivia, how long have you been involved in the robotics?
So I started as a student in my 5th grade year, so I think this is my 7th or 8th year as a student, and this is my 3rd year mentoring.
What grade are you?
I'm a senior this year.
Graduating.
Yes, sir.
What's your plans after high school?
I want to stay in Mountain Home and go to ASUMH. Bomb Squad offers another 2 free years along with the Promise Scholarship, and I want to go to school to major in education, thanks to Miss Davis, and then minor in engineering.
Good deal. Who you got sitting next to you?
I'm Brooks Barber, and I'm in 6th grade.
Brooks Barber in the 6th grade. What got you started or interested in doing?
So in 6th grade, there was this thing called Lego League, and Miss Davis gave out like papers, and I was interested because my whole life I've built Legos, and I love Legos. So I was like, oh, that would be fun. And then I got it, and I was like, yeah, this is cool. And then when we actually started doing competitions, it was so fun.
Yeah. Where's the competitions held at?
So one was in Searcy, one was in Fayetteville, and then we're going to Australia and in Sydney.
How did you get the opportunity to go there?
So the kids, whenever they compete, there's lots of different awards that they can win. And one of the awards that they can win at state is the Rising Star Award. With that comes the opportunity to attend the Asia Pacific Open Invitational in Sydney, Australia this summer.
And that is when?
It's going to be end of June, early July.
Okay. Olivia, what part of that will you play? Will you go as a mentor?
Yeah, I'll go as a mentor. I have to keep track of all my little heads. I count heads as I go. But really, I mean, I go into the judging room with them. We, as mentors, we really get to sit back and look at like how much they've grown throughout the season. We don't get to like talk with them or anything. Like they do all the talking, but they've grown so much. Like, I mean, I'm really proud of them, and I know they're going to do amazing. So,
Ms. Davis, how many students do you have on your team?
There are 4 6th grade students that are going to Australia.
Are they all 4 here?
We are missing one. She is sick.
Three of the 4
Yes.
are here. Okay. I see some extra legs over there, so
Yes.
I didn't know if they showed up or not. So, this trip is not going to be a cheap trip.
No, it's so I've actually been before 4 years ago. A different team won, and back then it was before COVID and plane tickets were cheap. This time it's more than double than what it was before. It's about $50,000 to take them. I also want to take a mama, so that is factored into the cost. I don't want to take a kid all the way to Australia and not have a legal guardian.
The cost of this, so people understand, this is not something that's paid for by the school district.
No.
This is something that is paid for by donation and community involvement.
Absolutely. That's the only way we can go.
What are you doing for fundraisers?
So we've already gotten a few behind us. We were at Pinkston Showcase peddling everything that we can sell. Fidgets and beef sticks and a 50-50 raffle. We had a 5K. Our upcoming, we have Little T's Mini Golf, and that's going to be May 31st, right? The day after, right when school lets out. And so it'll be a 3-heat tournament. We hope to get a lot of people out there. We hope to have sponsors for the holes and for the whole event. And then in June, we're going to have a pasta basket bingo night. So we're still working on the plans for that, but we're getting super close to finalizing all the things.
Cool. Brooks, what's the most exciting part of this for you? The trip or the actual building of the robotics?
So I like building our robot, and I like coding it. Whenever we first joined the team, I was like a builder, and I didn't know how to code. And Ben on the team, he was a coder, and like a natural coder, and Olivia taught me how to code, and so I'm kind of both. And Ben's like the main coder. I'm like both. So I've built the robot and I've coded, and like we have Miss Davis's son named Eric. He is literally one of my favorite. He is so smart and he's so good at building, and he taught me a lot of like techniques and stuff how to build. Yeah, but my favorite part is probably building the robot.
Being a builder.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Olivia, when you deal with these youngsters coming up, they change every year on you, or you work with them until they finish?
So our program only works through 6th and 7th grade, and then they actually go up to Junior Bomb Squad, which my dad mentors, and then they go up to Bomb Squad in 9th through 12th grade, which my dad also mentors, and then I'm on this year, so they kind of, I get to see them throughout the process. I'm just not a mentor once they get out of here.
So what's the big hope? Is there, when you go to Australia to win that, what's the prize at the end of the day? Just the experience, or is there something to it?
For me, so I'm actually not competitive. So for me, it's like what we learn is more important than what we win. It's the experience. It's the teams that we're going to meet. All the different countries that these kids probably don't even know that where they exist. Like, they wouldn't be able to pick them out on a map, but they're going to meet them and get to know them. And the world becomes this really cool place full of a whole lot of culture that they've never experienced before. Mm-hmm. That's where it's at for me. Some of the kids are a little more competitive, and so they definitely want that robot to do its very best. But in Lego, it's all about how well they speak. The robot can have a bad day, or the driver can have a bad day, and they can go into a judging room and they can be well-spoken and eloquent and own their mistakes, but also be able to see if I would have done this, I would change this, I would fix that. Those are the kind of things that are celebrated. So they can very much succeed, but just based on their ability to speak well.
Good deal. It's time for a quick break. You're watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We'll be back in just a moment.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Overhead Door, a garage door company that has been with your family from the beginning, through all the ups and downs of life. From the small repairs to making your vision a reality. Overhead Door, your trusted garage door expert since 1921. Be sure you're getting the genuine, the original overhead door service.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home. Athletics.
Welcome back to The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We're talking to the Little Bomb Squad. It's the Lego Robotics team from Pinkston.
Yes.
And does Lego actually have anything to do with this program? Like, do they support you all in any way?
No, I mean, we get a lot of support from like the science and technology group in town, and so they kind of handle all the money for the different FIRST groups. FIRST is the parent company, and there's a level under us, and there's 2 levels above us. So we're the feeder program.
Okay.
FIRST is massive. Think, oh my goodness, globally.
Okay.
So they don't necessarily support a team.
Has anybody ever reached out to like Lego and said, hey, we're taking the team to Australia and we need some help?
The mentors have gotten in contact with a lot of different corporations, including Lego, Disney, big companies like that. Most of them have turned us down because we're in the middle of nowhere and we're not really well known, so.
They have a hard time grabbing a hold of what we're doing. Because it's really not just playing with Legos, it's so much more. Like she was talking about the way they grow. I've had parents say, when we first got a kid, we had one a couple years ago, she was super shy, and her parents were like, she's becoming a leader. Now she's eloquent when she speaks, and she stands up for herself, and that wasn't her before. And I don't even see it sometimes because I'm with them all the time. I become like a second mom, and her as well. They're like our kids. And so sometimes you step back and you're like, oh my goodness, you really have grown. We typically have goals for them. Like after we meet them, we see different things and we try to, this kiddo could use a little help making friends. So we'll kind of help that kid get in with a group, or we notice that a kid has a struggle talking, they're too shy, they're scared. We try to foster that and help them to have the confidence to know what they're going to say. So we're constantly looking at them, trying to see what can we do to help them be more successful.
How many schools in our area have a program like this?
I believe for Lego it's just Mountain Home, but then we have another team either in Viola or Cotter.
And we're always working on it. I get phone calls a lot. I want to start a Lego team. How do I do it? So I actually have a document set up already that I can just send to them. The list of things that you need to do, hyperlinked with the things that you need to buy. We had a kid come over from Gainesville. I think he's only 15.
Yep.
He wanted to start a team at his school. He's part of the bomb squad. And so he sat down with me for a couple of hours and I laid out all the things that he needed to do in the order that he needed to do it, and trying to find him funding because his school may not give him money. And so he needs to purchase a $500 robot. And so it wouldn't be good for me to send them off on their own and not give them ways to raise that money and to not help them to be successful. Norfolk started a team this year, just kind of getting their feet wet, trying to figure it out, but we're kind of isolated. A lot of these teams, I think, what was it, Fort Smith that had 34 teams this year in their school district. It's part of their curriculum. Fayetteville and Springdale have a ton. And we're just kind of off on our own with our little two. We travel the farthest, about 3 hours to get to any competition.
Welcome to the world of mountain home. All competition is not here.
Right.
So who we got with us now?
I'm Ben Williams, and I am in 6th grade.
Ben the Coder Williams. Headless chicken.
Yep, that's my code name.
You need to explain that a little bit.
So,
tell me what a coder is first before we get off on the rest of it.
So a coder is somebody that'll like program the robot piece by piece. It's kind of like puzzle pieces all adding up into one run where we do these certain obstacles. So like I could tell it to move forward 10 inches, play the code, and it would do that.
When you talk about a code, you're talking a computer code?
So
or a script, or what are we looking at?
So really we use like an iPad that's connected to the robot, and we drag pieces that like say move forward, and we can edit the pieces. Like we can edit how much it does it, how little it does it, and all that sorts of stuff.
How long did it take you to figure that out?
So I had a little bit of experience beforehand, but it took me about 2 or 3 days to figure out that I'm a natural coder.
How did you get that experience, Ben?
So I would get on websites like Scratch and all that, and I would just code like the heck out of them constantly.
You looking forward to your trip?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be amazing.
Why are you excited about it?
To see all the different cultures that we're gonna experience and everything else, though, like that.
Okay. What's the funnest part of being involved in the Lego robotics program? What's the funnest part for you?
Fixing an error in the code, and then it works perfectly right after I fix that.
How did that error get there?
Usually we just test around with it, and we just test and test and test until we get it perfect.
When you have an error, is it something that was missed when it was first programmed, or was it something that came up as it's going?
It's both worlds.
It could be both?
Yeah.
So the robot is so sensitive, being made out of Legos. Let's say that they add a piece to it. You never know how much that little piece is going to change things, because it changes potentially the weight. If it's located on one side or the other, it may change where that weight is sitting on the wheel. So every little thing that they add to it, because they see, oh, this would be nice if we had this attachment, it will cause other issues to happen. And also he's talking about when they tell it to go forward a certain amount, they have to test it. It may be too far, it may not be too fast. So they have to constantly be looking at it going, I need to go as fast as possible, as safely as possible, and they're always pushing that maximum amount that they can go. But it's all autonomous, which means they push a button, and then they let it fly and hope that it does not cause damage across the board.
Is there a competition effect to this? I've not been to one of these. I don't know how this works.
So, at a competition, for some reason, the tables always seem to be different. So
they are.
And so we have to change like where we set up, why, and then like we have to have reasons why we did it and all that kind of stuff.
So they have to justify every choice they make.
Okay.
Never should they ever say in a judging room, my coach told me to. They literally have to say, I put the balls on the back because it was unstable and it was rocking and I needed a way to stabilize it. They have to have solid reasons for every single thing they do.
So there is a presentation portion of this before the robot even rolls?
Yes. It's a 30-minute presentation where they're sitting almost, imagine like a job interview with a board. There'll be at least 4 people in the room, and there'll be rapid-fire questioning at them. Some of the questioning can be a little tough. You know, they'll start digging in and asking why you did what you did and the choices that you made, and you have to defend them.
So is this prior to the competition or after the competition?
It'll be at the competition. So the competition, things are running all at the exact same time. Some teams are driving their robot and they're in an active you against me kind of competition where they're scoring points. Other teams will be in a judging situation, and so they're circling around each other. A big thing for, like, I won't let the kids be on their phones. If they're not actively in a judging situation, they have to be talking to people. 2 of them need to stay at the pit to be able to answer any questions that people have, and then 2 of them need to be roaming and asking questions from other people. So they're constantly learning and growing.
Mm-hmm. Cool. And do you like it?
Oh yeah, it's fun for sure.
What do you see yourself doing down the road? What would you like to do when you grow up?
Probably drive and program the Big Bomb Squad robot.
How many robots does Mountain Home have right now throughout the whole program?
So there's in total 3 stages. There's FLL, First Lego League, FRC or FTC, I can't remember. FRC is First Robotics Challenge, and FTC is First Tech Challenge.
Good.
Very good. And you're pumped up about this, I can tell.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk another minute or two about the fundraiser coming up at Little T's Mini Golf. You're looking for teams to play?
We are.
Do you have the cost and things all set up?
Yes, it is $25 a person. They're going to be groups of 5.
Okay.
And we're hoping to get some friendly competition, like, is your youth group better than my youth group? Let's take it to the putt-putt and find out. Even companies will have 3 heats happening in the morning, and then mid-afternoon, and then more toward the evening. But we're also looking for sponsors for the holes. So, like a sign that would say, sponsored by Carter's Jewel Chest. And then also one for the whole entire event. This event is sponsored by Clay Maxey, or whomever decides to do it.
Somebody.
Yes.
When we talk about these different levels of the Lego Robotics League, is it exclusive to the students at Mountain Home? You mentioned a student from Gainesville earlier. If they don't have a program at their school, can they come join a program here? Or do they have to be enrolled in the school?
So there's a lot of leeway with that. The school actually doesn't tell us what we can and cannot do. I try to keep it within 6th and 7th grade and honor the kids that are in the building. I have dipped down and taken siblings from, like, Hackler. I had one time a homeschool mom that contacted me, but it never went through. So if I had a spot, I would definitely put a kid from another school district just because I want them to have the opportunity. But I want to honor Pinkston middle school students first.
Mm-hmm. So if there is a student that might be homeschooled or over at the Christian Academy, they would be welcome, but it would be on a limited basis.
Right. We're just still going to do we have an application process that has, like, a rubric that goes with it, and we score the kids, and we take the highest scoring kids. Lego limits us to 10 kids per team, which is why we split, so we can take on more kids. Sometimes we do lose kids along the way. They get into it and they realize this is not what they thought it was. It's not playing with Legos. Mm-hmm. That's our most common. You actually code? Yes. Yes, we code. So for the most part, we try to be, I like 8 per team. Olivia likes to take every single kid that she can take.
How come?
So I've been through the program, and I know how much it inspired me, and, like, just how much I grew through it. If I was sitting here at their age, I would not be talking right now. And I'm only talking because of Lego and because of First. I know that how much it can inspire kids and how much I grew through it, and so I want to be able to inspire and push to grow like my mentors did for me. And so I'm like, I want to take in all the children and show them how cool this is and just help them however I can.
She typically wants to take on more than she can.
All right, Ben, we got to get to the bottom of this headless chicken thing real quick.
That's where I'm still stuck at the chicken. I want to know what's going on.
What's up with this headless chicken?
So, in the beginning, we chose like a theme that we should go by, and we chose Top Gun as our theme. Okay. So, in Top Gun, they have like these code names for each other, like Maverick, Goose, and all that kind of stuff. So when we were coming up with call signs, I decided to go with the name Headless Chicken.
Mm-hmm. We didn't ask Ben what his was. Or Brooks. Brooks, what is your code name?
I'm
Phantom.
think
And
we
we'll
have-
catch Ben here in a minute, right?
Jackson.
Jackson. That is Ben.
Yes.
So Ben, we wish you the best of luck down there in Australia. Going to see a kangaroo, you bet?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. That's the plan?
Mm-hmm.
They may not let your airplane land because they get on the runways and it's just nasty. Just kidding. Time for a quick break. You're watching the morning show on XL7-TV. We'll be back in just a moment.
At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we are here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville.
You know, Harry, I think you were right. I hate to say it.
Are you talking to me?
Yes, I think it is finally time for us to move out of this place. Someplace closer to the churches, doctors, someplace you don't have to mow a huge yard. It's time we downsize.
No, I've seen that hottest hotshot agent guy. He's got himself a bunch of listings.
Well, I talked to Grace, and she had some wonderful things to say about the Z team.
Oh yeah, we've heard them on the radio. You know, I checked out the website at retiredarkansas.net the other day. Didn't really look like they had a lot of listings.
They don't have a lot of listings because they sell them.
Well, maybe it's time for us to call the Z team. You know, Marge, I think maybe this time you were right.
Well, there's a first time for everything.
Call the Z Team, Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East Mountain Home, 870-405-0793.
Hi, Brett, Fritz, and Paisley here at Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road. We sell Ferris zero-turn mowers that have patented coil spring suspension. Mower Warehouse has the largest selection of Ferris zero-turn mowers in stock. 0% financing available. We buy, sell, trade new and used mowers. Mower Warehouse also services all brands of mowers. We offer free delivery. Come see us for all your mower needs. That's Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road in Mountain Home, where your business is appreciated.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. We're talking with the robotics, the Lego robotics from Pinkston.
Yes.
Makes it a little bit easier. The little bomb squad. How you like it?
I like it a lot.
You like it a lot?
I like it a lot.
Jackson Bergenstock, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Code name?
Conchu.
Go ahead, Scooter.
Conchu! it's allergies. It's not my fault.
So this
He's
is
an Egyptian god
of the moon.
Of the moon. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
This is Jackson the allergy. Go ahead, Scooter.
Conchu!
There you go. How did you come up with that as your code name?
So.
Did you have a cold?
No. Okay, so I was watching a TV show. I was really into a Marvel TV show called Moon Knight. It's about the Egyptian gods, and the Egyptian gods like roam among us, basically, in the present. And so the main character's god is named Conchu.
Okay. What role do you play on the robotics team?
I am mostly project, but I have been lately getting into the robot.
What does project mean?
It is.
Because you're talking to folks that don't know from this corner around.
Oh, yeah.
We don't know nothing about this stuff, so you're going to have to enlighten us.
So what do you do?
Like, what do you mean what I do?
As a project member, what is the project?
The project is a little box that we have
Okay.
that converts solar, basically, it's basically just solar energy.
Okay.
But it's for people in apartments because they don't get much reusable energy. And so it has plant energy and solar energy. Solar energy collects the energy from the sun. Most of it gets turned into electricity. The other bit's just there, just being there. It goes to the battery. The plants, however, when the plants are going through photosynthesis, they create a little bit of energy.
Okay.
Now the microbes in the dirt eat that energy, and it creates a little bit of electricity that bounces around. And we have little wires in the ground called anodes that pick that electricity up and move it to the battery.
Okay. And how is it stored? Into the battery? The energy, how's the energy stored?
It's basically, we haven't really got to that yet, but just put in.
It charges the battery?
Yeah, it charges.
So it's stored in the battery?
Yeah, it's stored in the battery.
Okay. So you're using these other, the light source and the plant source to keep the battery charged?
Yes, sir.
To operate. How long will one of those robots run with your with your energy source?
I don't know, because
we're working on building the actual thing right now.
How long are they expected to run for the competition?
Well, it's more, okay, so project would be, you have a problem within renewable energy and you have to find a solution. So the problem is more, not everybody can have solar panels if you live in an apartment, or sometimes solar panels can be hard if it's hailing or if there's, any dirt on them. So if there's a box that you can put in your windowsill, it's protected. But then also putting plant energy on top of it to maximize it. So it's conceptual that they're going to take into, next they're going to build it and see what does it look like when it's in a container with solar energy and how much can it actually produce. And so that's actually going to happen maybe within the next week or two. They're going to go into the bomb shelter, which her dad is going to help them build the box, attach the solar panels, and then we're just going to put some plants in it and see what happens.
And this is going to be for whoever wants to try to answer this. Are there different plants generate more energy than others?
Yes. We were trying to get like an easy plant, like grass or moss, but almost all plants will make energy or electricity.
Okay.
But we found out that Bermuda grass makes the most electricity out of the grasses. And so we have the seeds in the box. We want you to use them. You don't have to, though. You can plant like roses, flowers. Almost all plants will create electricity through photosynthesis.
How much energy will one produce?
That is something I do not know.
But the goal is to figure that out, correct?
Yes. We are estimating the biggest thing that I can probably charge for, I'm guessing, an hour is a mini fridge.
A mini fridge?
A mini fridge.
Wow. So, Olivia, going through this as long as you have, what are the biggest changes that you've seen over the years that you've been in this?
Overall, just going through the different programs, Lego, and then you step into actually building a robot through, actual pieces, not just out of Legos anymore. And then you go up into Bomb Squad and they're like, okay, go machine this part. And you're like, huh? It's, you grow and you learn stuff throughout each team, but also COVID hit first really hard. Whenever I was in Lego, I think we had 10 teams in the area and we had our own regional at ASUMH. And then now we have to travel 3 hours to go somewhere else. I remember being in Mountain Home, waking up from my house, driving to the competition, and we can't do that anymore because we don't have enough teams here to host one.
Is Baxter still a big part of that first program?
Yeah, they still fund Junior Bomb Squad and Bomb Squad. I have been in contact with some of our mentors trying to get some help for Little Bomb Squad because it'd kind of be cool to have Baxter affiliated with all the bomb squads in the area. So.
I got a question real quick because I know if I'm getting this right, you're judged in many different areas. One is the robot and how it performs. The other one is the talking about it, and even if your robot makes mistakes, if you talk about what you've learned, what you would change, things. But then you've got a project scenario that is completely separate than the robot, and you're judged on that as well at the competition. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just trying to put it all together now that I'm hearing bits and pieces, but...
Ask the moon god.
He'll
tell you.
Go ahead. There you go. That was it. I was just trying to say the project you're judged on at the competition as well. Is that correct?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. So a 30-minute judging session is actually split into 3 different sections. Robot, and robot is design and programming. and then project has, you know, its time, and then core values has its time. How well you work as a team. You get docked if you talk over each other. If all the team members don't know all the things, you also will get docked points. So everybody has to know everything, and everybody has to be actively engaged for that whole entire time.
That's cool.
Go ahead.
That was it.
Go ahead.
Catch you!
One more question for you, sir. How long have you been doing this? Did you start just this year? Have you been doing it for a little bit?
This is a completely new team, so yes.
Just totally new.
This is completely new to me.
What got you excited about it?
Mainly just thinking about it, because I already liked robots and Legos already. I didn't think much about programming the robot, but I thought more about building the robot.
Okay. Looking forward to the trip?
Yes.
What are you doing to help raise funds to go?
Doing fundraisers.
Just doing fundraisers.
Helping doing fundraisers. Yeah.
All right, Ms. Davis, let's talk about that fundraiser again, because it's an important thing, and it could really be beneficial to your team if you get a lot of turnout for it. So let's talk about the Little Bees mini golf tournament.
Little T's is in Gassville. It's Gassville, right?
No.
No.
It's on
Between
5.
Mountain Home and
It's on
Midway
5.
on Highway
I'm so
5
sorry.
North.
You know, I'm directionally challenged. In my mind, I was picturing exactly where they are, but wrong place come out. I'm so sorry. He was so gracious. He set out the whole entire thing for us and laid out exactly how everything should work, so that we knew exactly what we needed to do. And so right now we're working on finding people to play, and then we need people to sponsor.
How do people get involved in that for you?
So Scott said, hey, just have them come to me. So you can call Scott at Little T's, and he can set you up with taking your payment and securing your spot. You can call Pinkston or send me an email at Pinkston.
What's your email?
chdavis@mhbombers.com.
Do you happen to know the phone number at Little T's?
Off the top of my head, no, but Google can help me.
In other words, get your phone out.
Yes.
And while we'll continue to talk, you get your phone out.
We also
What's
have
the date on that?
It's May 31st.
May the 31st. Starts at what time?
8 or 9 in the morning. Yep.
Okay. And do you have any other fundraisers backing that up?
So directly after that, we're thinking around Father's Day, we're going to have that pasta basket bingo. And we're hoping that's a pretty big event. We've already got people donating baskets for us to both auction off and for us to use as bingo prizes. Little T's phone number is 870-701-3066 if you want to call him.
And his name is?
Scott.
Scott. So if you're a putt-putt player or a mini golf player, give Scott at Little T's a call. Help out the Little Bomb Squad, Robotics team. Raise money to go on their Australia trip. And that trip is when?
It's going to be June 25th through July 4th.
Okay. This is going to be an expensive venture. It is not funded or paid for by the school, and they are looking for some help to get that done. Give Scott a call at Little Bees. Go out there and see him. Play a beginner round and check it out. It's a good time. If you've not been there, they're located Highway 5 North in the Big Bend there across the street from what used to be Simple Man's, which is now a training facility for
the
Baxter
hospital.
Health.
Yep.
And go out there and check that out. But we appreciate you coming on this morning, taking the time to do that. Gentlemen, if you would stick around a little bit, I'd like to get a picture afterwards and get that posted and see if we can't do some promoting for you.
Thank you.
So, the Little Bomb Squad, Legos Robotics team from Pinkston, headed to Australia at the end of June, and they're looking for some help to get that done. And let's see if we can't get that done for them. Anything else you'd like to say? See, now you got a new way to say your name now, see? What a deal. Olivia, how about you?
I don't know.
Is the competitions over for the high school team right now?
Yes, we just got back from Worlds a few weeks ago.
Where was that?
Houston, Texas.
Houston, Texas. How'd you do?
We placed 21st in our division, so 21st out of 78, and we're 200th out of like over 3,000 teams in the world.
Wow.
So.
You've been watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We'll be back tomorrow.